Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you my evening date night makeup routine, which is this makeup that I have on. It took me about 35 minutes to do the whole video. It is foundation free, although it is actually a full face of makeup. It is still very light, natural, and glowy. If you do enjoy this makeup look and wanna know how I achieved it, then continue watching the video. First things first, tying my hair up as it can get really annoying when over my face. I look like a little kid with these clips. They're so cute. Nothing is worse than having chapped lips. So I hydrate before I even do my makeup because by the time that I get to my lips, it has absorbed a little bit. Any sort of lip balm works. Mine is Aquaphor. I want this makeup to last for the next 4 or 5 hours because we are planning to go to a restaurant for our date night. But after, we're meeting with a few friends to go on a little clubbing adventure and bar hopping. That's why I am going with a primer. I am using the NYX Plump Right Back primer. By far, ooh, what happened? This primer is like gel and it grips so well. It's pretty much like that. And I kind of just rub it all over. It is very sticky, but because it is sticky, you know that it's gonna last. I'm gonna wait until that dries up. I gave it like 2 minutes for the primer to dry. It is so tacky. I don't know if you can hear it, but this is what you want. I'm just gonna jump straight right into concealer. I am wearing Kosas. It is my everyday concealer. I love it so much. It is very lightweight. Let me grab a mirror. It's hydrating and it doesn't crease. Plus, a little bit goes a long way. I also really like the Too Faced concealer. That was also my go-to for the longest time before I switched to Kosas. Just go with my brush and I blend it all in. Does anybody else also when they do their makeup, they open their mouth like as a reflex? I forgot my brows completely. That's usually the first thing I do, but we can do it right now. For my brows, day or night, I usually do the same thing. I have quite of a thick and pigmented brow, so I don't want to fill it in more because it's gonna look very harsh. So what I do is just I go with a NYX Brow Glue and I put that all over. Also, a little bit goes a long way because if you put a lot of this product, it's gonna look pasty. I just brush it normally, and since it has glue in it, it kind of makes the brow to shape. You can already see the difference between the two brows. Now let's do the opposite side. I think I should have done my eyeshadow first before my concealer, but oh well, we move on. Next, we do contouring, and for contour, I do Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. That's my go-to contour. I got the shade medium so that it looks more of a contour rather than enhancing your skin. And I just go on my cheekbone, which is right here. So this line is where I want to contour pretty much. And then we blend it in. And I grab a little bit with my finger on the product and I go on the side of my nose. And then I go and blend it with the brush. Like that. Next step is the blush, cream blush specifically, and then I'll go with powder after. For the cream blush, I will use the Saie blush. It's in the shade Spicy, and I love this so much because it gives you that sunburnt look, and that's the best like in summertime when you're in a resort on a beach and you go to your hotel, you look sunburned. That look I love so much. And I will go right on top of where I added the contour. So I go right here and I add a line and then I go with a brush and I kind of tap it and blend it in. I sometimes go with my fingers to make sure everything is blended and melted into skin. It has no harsh lines. Your fingers are genuinely one of the best methods of blending your makeup if you want to make sure everything is seamless and not too heavy or cakey. For eyeshadow, I don't usually do much. I usually just put my bronzer on my eyelids on an everyday basis, but tonight, since we go out, I kind of want to add a little bit of sparkle. The brush I'm using is the AOA E127 brush. It is very fluffy and it's perfect for just blending in. And eyeshadow of today is 90 Neutral Territory by Morphe. It is such, I literally broke it. Oh well. It is such a good neutral shades here. I love them so much. My go-tos are normally this, which is Open Mind, and Promise. So I kind of go between these two and put that on my eyelid. Gonna do a little bit of this, a bit of this. And once I have a bit of product, we're gonna make sure we tap the excess off. And I go on the crease and I go back and forth to make sure it is all blended in. You wanna also have a clean brush so that you go over and blend all the harsh edges. I also wanna add a little bit of glitter. So I'm using the Moon Dust by Urban Decay. It is so good. It's such a nice glittery shade, and I grab a little bit with my finger. This I go with my finger because glitter products just pick up better with your like skin, and I tap a little bit here like that, and then a bit on the other side. We have a bit of glitter. Does it even pick up on camera? Now that we have our shadow on, we can set our face. The first thing I set is my under eye, and I'm going with the Hourglass Veil Translucent powder. I grab a little bit on the spongy thing and I just press it onto my skin. I also will drag a little bit on the side of my nose to make sure that's also blended. Who remembers when we used to bake our makeup? Like, what was that about? And then I'll usually go with the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Deep Bronzer. I love the smell of this product. It just reminds me of Mexico and Dominican Republic. It's so good. I grab a little bit, dab. This has a lot of fallout, so make sure you tap it. I pretty much just go where I contoured with that bronzer to kind of enhance it and set it at the same time. I also go a little bit on my nose. There we go. And to set my blush, I'll go with a powder blush by AOA in the shade Ravish. I love blushes that are multicolored. This has a bit of sheen to it as well, so it will act like a highlighter, and I just grab it on a brush and I go on the apples of my cheek. I will bring this a little bit more inwards as well. I love the look of blush a lot, so I use quite a bit of blush. I, in fact, use more blush than bronzer just because I like that red look. I'm gonna see if I can attempt on putting a bit of eyeliner before mascara. Let's hope this goes well. There we go. Added a little bit of eyeliner on the outer corner. I don't grab it to the inner corner. I just put a bit on the outer side. And now we can go with our mascara. I need to get a better eyelash curler because a good eyelash curler actually makes the biggest difference. I don't have the best one, so I don't even recommend this. It's just from Shoppers. But I just will curl my lashes. And for my mascara, I'm going with the Clinique High Impact Mascara in the shade Black. I used to have the full size of this, but I ran out of it, so I'm using the mini version. It's such a good mascara. If you don't like that spidery look and you want a feathered out, thick lash look, this Clinique is a good one. It's one of these bristle brushes, which are really good. And I focus on the tip of my lashes. And the last step, and my most favorite step, is the lips. I always go with a lip liner because I know it would obviously make my lipstick last longer. So I'm using the Rimmel London lip liner. They have the best lip liners ever. Very smooth, they glide easily, and I just line my lips with them. I kind of will also fill it in because that's the part that will make the lipstick last. Look at the color. Such a good color payoff. And once I have, I know it looks ridiculous now, but once I have outlined it, I will then go with my finger, kind of smudge it in like that. For lipstick, I'm gonna use two separate things. The first one is my favorite lipstick of all time. It's my go-to, I wear it every day. It's the Tom Ford Lip Blush. And it's one of those clear lipsticks that change with the warmth of your skin. I love this product so much. It's expensive, but I genuinely would purchase it again, and I'm almost done. I do need to buy a new one. Now, you can leave it as is. This is already a perfect night glam, but because I do want my lipstick to last and not budge off, I also am gonna go with this Dr. Dennis Gross Plump and Repair Lip Treatment. It is a plumping, obviously, lip product. It does make your lips super juicy, but it will leave a red tint as well on your lips that even if the gloss goes away, that red thing is gonna stay. I grabbed the tiniest amount of product. I don't even know if you can see it. And I just go all over. Makeup look is done. My lip is actively burning and stinging, but I like that feeling a lot. Let me take my hair out. When you take your hair out, that's when you can actually see the full makeup potential. Very happy with this makeup look, and that's it. This is my go-to date night / evening makeup look. It is very simple. It took me about 34 minutes. I'm seeing it on the camera. Obviously the video is going to be a little bit shorter, but it took me 34 minutes for this full quote-unquote glam. And I'm very happy. This is my go-to. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but obviously it is enough makeup for a night out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.